Hi class, so we are going to have a little chat about plagiarism. We're going to talk about your controversial topic, essays, and the press releases. So to start off, this is an article from USDA. I just randomly found it. And I just want to kind of talk about what is allowed and what is not allowed. So I've taken this directly from here. I copied all this to put into this Word document, okay? So now, this is a quote from that press release, right? But I took it off the internet. So I cannot put this quote in my press release and say that I talked to this Haslett person. Because technically I didn't talk to them. Technically, all I did was find them on a website. So in order to correctly cite this, I would need to cite that website somewhere in there. And that's really a secondary source because you're citing a website who cited someone else. So I just want to reiterate that you absolutely cannot do this and say, oh, this is my quote from my press release, because you did not talk to this person, okay? Press releases are really going to be a lot easier if you will pick a topic that is close to you. So if there's an event going on at OSU, or someone's getting an award, or a club is hosting, some sort of event, things like that, where you can talk to a club officer or someone who's in charge of the event that is easily accessible to you. That will make your press releases a lot easier. Many of you are picking topics that are states away, countries away, and you're really going to have trouble talking to someone who actually knows something about this event. So I just want to reiterate, you cannot do what I just did and put this in your press release. Now, as far as like the land grant would go, if you were citing some of this information. So, okay, let's take this part for example. Okay, I cannot do this. That is incorrect. Now, why is that incorrect? Because that is a direct quote. What I just did is what you would do for paraphrasing, summarizing. But I just took that as a direct quote. So the only way to make this correct is if I did this. Now that is correct. Now if I would just say the Leno Park District received a loan to fix a bridge and help keep people safe. You see how that is completely different than what's up there. I named the district, but other than that, none of the same words are used. I didn't put them out. I didn't say public safety hazard. I kind of completely summarized that and made it my own. Now I could do this, and that would be correct. If I just took this information and did this and continued on without a citation, that is technically plagiarism, because I didn't know that Leno Park was receiving a loan to fix the bridge before I visited this USDA website. Does that make sense? It's a lot about knowing when to use quotation marks and attributing every single thing you take from a site you didn't, from anywhere, not just a website, that you did not know before writing whatever piece or essay you're writing. So this is not okay. This one's okay because I reworded it and made it my own. And this one's okay because I put quotation marks around it. Now, say I reword a whole paragraph. Let's say I have a whole paragraph of information, and say I'm also going to say that North Carolina will also receive a loan. And I'll go back up and say Oklahoma will purchase land. Well, to change it up a bit, we'll say will buy land to reconstruct homes. I'm just kind of glancing at that to get an idea just for the purposes of this. So now I have 3 sentences, all 3 from this source that I did not know any of this stuff before I read this. Now, this, the way it's right now, is not okay. This is not okay. Why? Because the way it is right now, or the way it was before, does not tell me that every single sentence came from USDA 2018. So in order to make this correct, I would have to do this. Now it would be correct. And I could still have this. I mean, you can do all sorts of variations. You can include direct quotes and paraphrase in a research type paper like this. This will be correct, but you have to attribute every sentence that you took from somewhere else. We've just got, the class has just got to get more used to attributing information and attributing it correctly. Like I said, if you didn't know it beforehand, you must attribute it. So, that's a little bit about plagiarism. Maybe that will help you understand. I hope it does. Okay, now let's go back to, here I have a lot of things open, but, so if you are not using Purdue OWL, their Purdue Online Writing Lab, you need to be. So they have a section for MLA and a section for APA, depending on which one you're going to use. But I even use this. Guys, I don't have this stuff completely memorized. There's still stuff I don't know. And so when I see something odd on your papers, and I'm like, I'm not really sure how to cite an interview, maybe, or something like random, I can come here and I can find anything I need to know on how to cite it. I can look at an example. I can look at a sample works cited page. I use this all the time. Because it's hard, sometimes it's hard for me grading your papers to distinguish, okay, this person's MLA, that person's APA, since you have the choice to use both. So I even use this, guys. And you can see examples of exactly how they did it. Pay attention to some of the little details they have at the front, like this one's in a 2016 format. So they say you don't technically have to put the date of access. So like here you wouldn't need, but this is a really great resource. You can find, I like to go to the basics a lot, and you can find, you know, with known author, with no author. Some of you guys have no authors or no years, and I marked that you didn't cite it correctly. Go to this. I guarantee you will find it here. Purdue OWL, and then go to either MLA or APA. Like I said, they have some from both. But this is a great resource. You can definitely find whatever you need here. You can find examples. You need to be using this. So let's go back to our paper now. So opinion. Oh, on the controversial topic essays, there was a lot of opinion. So I'm just trying to think of an example. I don't like GMOs. That's an opinion, right? You cannot put that in a research paper or in a press release or any scholarly article. You can't put your opinion in it. Now you can say, I don't know, I'm making up a name. John Smith doesn't like GMOs. You can use that. That's fine. I hope that John Smith is a credible source. Maybe he works for the USDA or something like that and isn't just a random person off the street. But you know, you can't put your opinion in there. And sometimes I don't think you realize that you're using opinion. So anywhere on your paper that I marked opinion, we have to figure out how to change that. So find someone else who said it, or find a way to summarize what someone else said and cite it. But you can't put your opinion in there. That kind of leads me to my next topic. So you needed to show both sides of your, like say you pick GMOs. Then I need information for GMOs. I'll put ins for it. Whoops. And I also need information against GMOs. So you can't, anywhere throughout your paper, you can't say GMOs are great because of this, or GMOs are horrible because of this, because that's your opinion. I just need you to give me some citations that show information that supports GMOs and give me some citations that show that GMOs are bad or whatever the case may be. Your opinion can't be a part of a research paper, okay? Let's see. So back up here. Notice how I did these. I'm going to go ahead and separate this back out. So if it's a direct quote, we have quote, quote, and then the citation, and then a period, right? A lot of you are doing this, or not putting a period there, or maybe even doing this. I mean, I saw it all. So make sure that it is this way on your paper. And if it's a paraphrase, that it is like this, that I have down here. Make sure the order is correct. Let's see. Make sure that you have your page limit, 3 pages. I will count off for that on the final for the controversial topic essay. But the main thing that you guys have to learn is what plagiarism is, because I want you guys to realize how big of a deal this is. I mean, it can totally ruin your college career. If you get a professor who feels that you plagiarized on purpose and is upset enough about it, they can submit to academic integrity, and you can, I mean, there are huge, you can get kicked out of OSU. You can get an F streak on your transcript that stays there forever. And so my thing with my class is that you learn what it is so that in the future you don't have these kind of issues. I want to help you learn. And that's why I'm being a little bit, maybe going overboard on this a little bit, but at the same time, there are a lot of you who really did have some stuff that maybe should have even been submitted further. So just make sure that you're attributing correctly. All you have to do is if it's not in your words, cite whoever said it. Cite the website, cite the person, give credit where credit is due, and it will be okay. Like I said, email me. Please email me if you're concerned. If you don't know how to cite a sentence, if you're unsure if you need to cite a sentence or not, email me. I am more than happy to help you guys. That is my total job, is to help you learn how to do this stuff correctly. So that is that. After you finish watching this, I will request that you send me a screenshot of the completed video showing me that you've watched this, or else you'll lose points on the final for the controversial topic essay. So with that, we're almost done with the semester. Also on the theory quiz and the influential media paper, I will extend the deadline for those to December 10th. So right now they're both due December 7th, but I'm going to give you until December 10th. There's several of you that are having to redo papers and things like that, preparing for finals, so I'm giving you some extra time to get those done. But don't take advantage of me. Please do what I'm asking you to do and learn what I need you to know in order to pass my class. So I truly love teaching this class, and I hope that you've learned something. And like I said, please email me if you have any questions at all. If there's anything I can ever do to you. Like I said, I love my job. So finish the semester strong. Send me questions, and work on these last few assignments so you can enjoy your Christmas break.